Everybody, hello! Let's speak today about battles and clashes in the game. Really, it is very big amount of information, so we will be studying it step by step. The main activity is PvP activity in the game, and I think you like it. So we have all must to know how to be more effective and how to make more damage to our enemies. I don't want to be a punching bag, and I hope you think so too. The game does not have an ability to control your units in the battle itself. We have an automatic battle. But it is not a bad idea, I think, because we have a lot of actions with armies that must be controlled well. It is not simple when it might be looks like. Hidden soldiers, interception of enemy armies, or trying to escape, and other things needs your attention every second. If we speak about massive clashes between clans. Clan clashes is separate and big term that needs specific experience and more time. Let's return first to the basic terms. When two armies meet each other very closely and at least one of them has an order to attack, the battle will take place. One of the army will win, other not. Both armies receive damage and have numbers of dead and wounded soldiers. We can't do anything with the first, but the number of wounded soldiers is important value to control. We must know that when army come back to its town, all soldiers will be healed in a second or died, if your hospital does not cover the amount of wounded soldiers you had before entering the town. Always remember it. Outside your town, you can use heal potions. There are small and big potions of cure. The big cure potion is more likely if you does not have much time. The big cure potion recovers 1000 of wounded soldiers at a second. The small potion recovers 200 of wounded soldiers. The army that has been beaten receives the fleeing state. This army can be controlled and can be attacked again next 2 minutes. The best variant for you when your army reaches the castle within the fleeing state. In other case, you can be attacked again. If your army still have a lot of wounded soldiers, the results can be bad for you. The same thing is also important for winner. Moreover, some players can create double attack on your army. You can beat the first army, but the second will attack you immediately after the first. Always control amount of wounded soldiers, remember it. Better to have at least 10 big cure potions in your inventory anytime. Let's return to the battle results. The result of the battle depends on many things. Of course, the power and numbers play significant roles, but if you forget about other things, you will lose, even having more units. What can help us to be more effective? First is a good army composition, and the second is a proper army formation. There are 3 formations in the game: the defense formation, the flank formation, and the central formation. They are differs in the units distribution between first and second lines. The first line strikes first and start to receive damage. The second line will take part in the battle if first line will be broken. The cavalry units with bows always attack flanks and enemy cavalry. What is the best army composition for one of the formation? You don't know until you will try. If you are a new player, then better to use one of the main variants between army composition and formation. The first one is to use 60 or 70% of infantry units and other units are archers or arbalisters. Use defense formation for this case. The second one is more advanced, but instead of infantry we need to use the knights and cavalry units that are more expensive. 70% of knights units and 30 70% of cavalry units with the flank formation is a good variant. The effectiveness of this variant depends on your military skills. The second one is more advanced, but instead of infantry, we need to use the knights and cavalry units that are more expensive. 70% of knights and 30% of cavalry units with a flank formation is a good variant. The efficiency also depends on your military skills. Also, when you are going to the battle, use artifacts that provide military bonuses.